I hope you guys are being very careful while you're out there grocery shopping, because now it is being reported that another person died from this listeria outbreak. And I've seen some people online thinking that they don't have to worry about this because their city or their state hasn't been added to the list of affected areas yet. But as someone who covers the news and I look into situations like this all the time, I can tell you it's only a matter of time. I don't care if you live in a state or a city that's not on the list. I think that you should operate as if you are on the list. Because this is how these things go. It all starts with one city, one state, one area, and then it spreads. Now, when we first heard that there was a listeria outbreak, there was only an outbreak in one state. And then within 2 or 3 days, it was 19 states. So by next week or the week after, we may be at 30, 40, 50 states. You never know. Because this food and these products are being distributed across America. And I don't know, I kind of find it irritating sometimes, because it's like they wait until people die or hundreds of people get sick to add a new area to the list. But common sense tells you that anywhere that this food is going could be affected. And, right now, we're talking mainly about the listeria outbreak that's in deli meat, more specifically, boar's head deli meat. But there's also a listeria outbreak going on in fresh produce in certain areas. Now, when it comes to the produce, I think that might not get as widespread because produce often doesn't spread as far. It's not distributed as wide. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you can go into a grocery store and you're getting oranges that were actually grown in your state, or you're getting a fruit or a vegetable that may have actually been grown in your state and not shipped across the country. Whereas boar's head, they have a few distribution plants and factories or whatever, but it's more centralized. Whereas produce, it comes from all over. So I don't think the produce is something as big of a deal to worry about as far as it being as widespread, but you never know. You never know. But as far as the boar's head meat goes, it's not looking good, folks. And as I've reported, we got 3 people dead, but also we got thousands of people getting sick. And obviously that's something that we all want to avoid. And I'm telling you right now, you may have some of this stuff in your refrigerator and not even know it. If you've bought produce or if you've bought boar's head deli meat within the last couple of weeks, month, then you may have some of this affected products in your refrigerator right now. So just be aware of that. And yes, this can spread from food to food. So you could have some deli meat sitting in your refrigerator and this can hop over to other foods that are in your refrigerator. So be careful. But for now, let's go ahead and watch this news clip. Let's learn a little bit more about what's going on here, and then I'll be right back with more.
And new developments this morning, a 3rd person dead, dozens hospitalized, and countless more sick from a very popular brand of lunch meat that may be in your refrigerator right now. It's Boar's Head, expanding their recall of millions of pounds of meat tainted with listeria. News Nation's Mills Hayes joins us with the details. And Mills, it's not just the prepackaged meat people have to be worried about. What else?
Hey, good morning, Anna. You're right. So when people are going to the grocery store to get their lunch meat, they just need to be on alert for making sure that it's not that boar's head, because it's not just that prepackaged deli meat. It's also the deli meat that you get over the counter where it's sliced for you at grocery stores. This meat was all processed at a plant in Virginia, and so far These deaths have included people from right here in Illinois, from people in New Jersey, and also from a person in Virginia. So far, 43 people have been hospitalized across the country. And you can see here, we're talking as far south as Georgia, up to places like New York and Massachusetts, and over to the west like Wisconsin and Minnesota. More than 7 million pounds of popular Boar's Head products have been recalled. And this is in addition to a previous recall for the same problem at the Virginia plant back in just last month. It affects brands of Boar's Head and Old Country brand names, and that includes liverwurst, ham, beef salami, bologna, and other products. Now, the Center for Disease Control says that you should watch out for symptoms like fever, muscle aches, and tiredness. People may also get a headache, stiff neck, confusion, loss of balance, or seizures. And this can be particularly concerning for people who are pregnant because they can experience pregnancy loss or premature birth. And people who are immunocompromised or over 65 should be on the lookout as well. Anna?
Yep, that's one of the reasons why they request pregnant women not eat deli meat in the first place.
So here's my main concern when it comes to this situation. Everyone is hyper-focused on Boar's Head. All of the news outlets, they're reporting Boar's Head. Boar's Head is the deli meat that's affected, okay? You don't got to worry about the other deli meat or anything else. It's just the Boar's Head. But the problem with that is, when you go to a lot of these delis, you have a meat case. Or when you go to a lot of different grocery stores, markets, whatever, you have a meat case. And you have the Boar's Head, and then you have, the Kroger brand or the Publix brand or the insert grocery store name here brand. You got a different variety of deli meats, okay? It's not all Boar's Head. But more often than not, they're all kind of stored in this one deli case, right? Now, we know that they're coming into grocery stores, they're coming into delis, restaurants, and whatever, and they're collecting a lot of this meat. They've recalled, last time I checked was like about a week ago, and we were already at 7 million pounds of deli meat recalled. So they're coming in, they're taking out this deli meat, and they're having these grocery stores or whatever throw this stuff out or get rid of it. My problem is this deli meat has been sitting right there alongside all of these other brands of meat. And in a lot of cases, it's been sitting there right along a lot of cheeses and stuff like that. So who's to say that the other meat and the other cheeses and all of the other food products that are stored around this Boar's Head, who's to say that those aren't affected as well? Now, I'm no expert. I don't really know how this stuff works, but I looked it up, and apparently listeria can hop food to food. So it's like they're coming in saying, hey, we got to get rid of all of the Boar's Head Black Forest ham because it's all infected with a deadly bacteria. Meanwhile, the store brand honey ham that's been sitting right next to the Boar's Head Black Forest ham in the same case for like 3 days, don't worry about that. You can keep buying that. You can keep eating that. So, I'm worried that this focus on Boar's Head is going to cause a lot of people to get sick because people are going in thinking, hey, as long as we avoid Boar's Head, we're good. We're A-okay. And a lot of people aren't realizing, wait, all of that Boar's Head meat that they recalled, all of this stuff that's affected with listeria, it's been stored right next to all of these other meats, cheeses, and all of this other food that could be affected as well. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. I was thinking that by now we wouldn't even be talking about this story anymore. But as you can see, we're still talking about it. People are still getting sick. People are still dying. And I'm questioning why. Y'all have known about this outbreak for weeks now. Why are people still dying from it? Are you not really getting rid of all the meat that you claim you're getting rid of? Or are people getting sick in new areas where you claim there's nothing to worry about here? Something's got to give. Because I feel like with the amount of time that this has been going on, they should have gotten in front of this situation already. But it's like I was saying, maybe all of this focus on boar's head is taking the focus off the fact that this boar's head has been stored right next to all of this other food that could be getting people sick. But I'll continue following this situation as far as it goes for now. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.